Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doyle Field.
Opening kickoff underway, end over end it goes. John Polimaros with the end over end kick. Right to left it goes, returned by the Blue Devils and down. Just shy of their 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 10, their own 24 at right hash.
Hello,
Hi,
and
Bill
this
Thomas.
kickoff was brought to you by a proud supporter of Leominster High School football. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 25 years experience, make Troy Hebert your first choice for your home construction, remodeling, and damage repair needs. Find Troy Hebert online at troyhebertconstruction.com and line up your free estimate. Now with the call of the game, the voice of the Blue Devils, Todd Robbins. Take it
All right,
away.
Bill Thomas, thank you so much. And of course, if you were watching on Leominster TV, you saw that I was totally kidding, that kickoff actually went end over end off the foot of Mike Foster for the Blue Devils and was returned by the Tomahawks. They have first and 10 with Brent Sherman on the first down carry. Gains 9. It's second down and 1. It would help if I was looking in the general direction of the field when the game starts. That's what I've discovered.
Well, we're a little scattered right now and only having 10 minutes of pregame and trying to do 30 minutes worth of information processing, but we'll get it together here in the next couple minutes.
Yes,
for sure.
Indeed. Here we go. Second down and a yard to go. Ball at the Tomahawk 33-yard line. Left to right they go. Ryan Barry, the quarterback, in the gun. The snap almost hit the motion man, but eventually it does get in his hands for the handoff. That's Max Sarasoli, who gets to the outside. He's got some room. He's got midfield, and he's angled out of bounds around the Blue Devil 47-yard line. Gain of 20 on the play for the Tomahawk first down, and Max Sarasoli on the carry. Billy got a little motion at the snap coming from the slot receiver position, almost got hit with the snap, got the handoff, took the play to the right, and then all of a sudden cut back against the grain across the line.
Yeah, nice job bouncing it out to the left, and only Travis Storm out there to ride him out of bounds, but nice 20-yard gain there on that second down carry.
First down and 10 to go for the Tomahawks at the Blue Devil 47-yard line at left hash. Ryan Barry, the quarterback for the Tomahawks, under center. The snap, and this time they go right back to Sarasoli. Coming from that left slot, left to right he comes, turns the right corner, gains a chunk, about 3, and it'll be second and 7.
You know, I wonder if they looked at the game films last week. We commented how the Mountaineers from Wachusett seem to concentrate on the right side of the defensive line, and first 3 plays, that's where the Tomahawks have decided to run the ball.
Second down, 7 to go. Ball center of the field, Blue Devil 44-yard line. Left to right goes this first possession for the Tomahawks and the quarterback, Ryan Barry, in a pistol formation. Now barks a signal. He'll head down under center as the back shift split in the backfield. It's Marcus Ellis and Max Sarasoli behind Barry. Barry under center, the snap and the give this time. Looks like it went to Ellis, who went from right to left across the formation. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Maybe a loss of a yard. All right, we'll say loss of 1 back to the 45-yard line of the Blue Devils. 3rd down and 8 to go. They need to move the ball to the Blue Devil. Looks like 37-yard line for the first down.
Host the Blue Devil defenders led by Anthony Dandini and Dominic Vargas Vasquez out there. Not a lot to be had on that side, and fully expect the Tomahawks here to come back to the right side if they're going to start running the ball after what we saw last week.
8.5 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. No score. Leominster and Algonquin. Tomahawks with the first possession of the game. And quickly, Coach Justin McKay takes a timeout. He wants to talk things over. He'll have a 3rd down and 8 play. Needs to achieve the Blue Devil 37-yard line for a first down. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer tonight. Live on Leominster TV all across your Comcast and Verizon channels. That's Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 34 for those of us joining us out there tonight. And for our friends on the K-Zone live stream tonight, they are out live streaming Red Sox game in progress on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. We'll join the over-the-air broadcast, and they'll join us in progress somewhere as we proceed throughout the night. 3rd down, 8 to go, coming out of the Tomahawk timeout. And Ryan Barry's barking signals and changing things at the line. He'll end up splitting 2 receivers out wide, a split end on either end. Here's the snap. Barry, the keeper, on 3rd and 8, finds a little room up the center, crossing the 45-yard line to the 44 of the Blue Devils, and no more. Down he goes after a gain of a yard, and the Blue Devils defense stands strong against a strong offensive line for the Tomahawks. You're moving things around. I'm sorry. It's not personal.
Keep your hands off the buttons.
Anyway, I'm getting it all sides.
Led by number 64, Zach Kaleli that time, and good job by the defense to bring up a 4th down. Looks like Tomahawks are going to the well here for a first 4th down opportunity, and they're lining up like they're going to go for it.
And at the Blue Devil 44-yard line, going left to right, they've got a full house backfield. 3 backs back there. Now shifted in motion. Here comes Ellis. Snap. Double fake, roll out, thrown across his body, high and outside, and incomplete for Ryan Barry. Looking downfield for Colin Robinson, the tight end, and he missed him. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Their own 44 going right to left. So the Blue Devils defense allows 1 first down on that series, but stops them on the second series. It's something they've been looking for, Billy, for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and it looked like Barry had an open receiver there, a big receiver too, his tight end, number 20, Colin Robinson, but just overthrew him, and that had first down written all over it, but fortunately here comes the Blue Devils on turnover on downs.
Blue Devils 1st down and 10, their own 44 at right hash. Come out in the home royal blue, tops and bottoms, trimmed in white and pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The white helmets with the single royal blue stripe up the center. Patrick Gallagher, the quarterback, under center. Gray was set down as the tight end at the right. Gallagher the snap. Gave it to Angel Colina, bouncing it out to the left. He gains 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 before Angel Colina goes down. But there's Angel Colina back in the lineup, getting a start tonight at tailback, as Coach Palazzi said in our coach's corner.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out on the field and running strong, coming back from, I guess, a shoulder injury or a collarbone. We weren't really sure what happened in that game against Doherty, but it's nice to see him bounce back and not to lose the whole season.
2nd down, 8 to go for the Blue Devils. Their own 46-yard line at left hash. They're going right to left here in quarter number 1. 7 minutes to play in quarter 1. Their first touch offensively. No score, Leominster and Algonquin. Gallagher under center the snap. Give it to Dandini, the downed fullback. Forward he goes into the pack through that A gap and digs his way to the 49-yard line of the Blue Devils. Gain of 2, maybe 3 more. It'll be 3rd down and about 5.
Interesting, Coach Palazzi coming out with a sophomore Patrick Gallagher under center and using Noah Gray as a combination tight end and slot receiver here. And shades of what Noah's going to be doing next year for Duke. So, moving him around a little bit and get him more involved in the offense on the receiving side.
3rd and 5. Gallagher's in the gun. The senior Colina, the tailback, with him. Trips at the open side right of the formation. Gray is slot to the left. Back to pass we go, near side, complete for Alan Link, across the Tomahawk 45 and down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8 and a Blue Devil first down to the Tomahawk 43-yard line.
Not just a Blue Devil first down, but that's going to be a confidence builder. We saw Gallagher struggle when he was out there on the center last week and kind of thrown, right out of the frying pan and into the fire, but good to see him get his first completion here, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him running the offense tonight and moving Noah Gray around.
At least right now, Gallagher is in a pistol with Dandini standing next to him. Gray is set up as the wide receiver to the short side left. Here's the snap. Give it to Dandini. Throws a forearm to clear a little space on the left side. Battles his way to the 41-yard line. Gains 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils at the Tomahawk 41.
Good job by Jake Walker there, filling the hole on the defensive side for the Tomahawks. But Dandini throwing that forearm up and getting a couple of tough yards off that first down carry.
Now, I know Algonquin likely knew, obviously, that Gallagher would make contributions at quarterback, but for this entire first drive, that's got to be kind of a jarring thought on the oppositional sideline.
If we're shocked, what can you imagine they're thinking? Here's Gallagher in the gun again. The snap, give it to Colina. Steps through that A gap after bouncing off a block. Got it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short loss on the play. Looks like 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Noah lined up in a traditional tight end position that time, and the defense not paying a lot of attention to him, and I fully expect him to be on the receiving end of something quick, a la Gronk or something along those lines before the evening's over. I know he's there, and he's the biggest kid on the field. Might as well take advantage of him.
And now with 3rd down and moderate to go, this might be a nice place to have somebody in the slot come across and make a contribution just like you were talking about.
Blue Devils at the Tomahawk 41. They need 8 or to the Tomahawk 33 for a 1st down. Here's the snap. Back to Bass Gallagher. Looks to his left and throws. Strike is complete to Noah Gray. He was in one-on-one coverage at the left of the formation. Got it to the 30-yard line, and it's a Blue Devil 1st down. Gallagher to Gray.
I think somebody just called that.
Yeah, and I think I might have led you down that path, Kate. Tell you, the biggest target out on the field. And one thing I'm seeing with Gallagher, you know, he is inexperienced, and he's locking on his primary receiver. He did that with Link. He did that with Noah. And we'll have to see how the defense adjusts to that as the game progresses.
Yeah, if the defensive secondary or those linebackers, the lock on his eyes, he's telegraphing just about everything with those 2 passes.
Under center, Gallagher, the snap, gives it to the first man through. It was Dandini. Busts his way forward to about the 31-yard line. Gain 1, 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Blue Devils. Gray was in that traditional tight end spot again. Patrick Gallagher getting the start at quarterback is the big headline as we open things up. The sophomore quarterback, 6 feet, 170 pounds, managing the Blue Devils offense down the field. 2nd down, 9 to go. 3.5 minutes to play here in quarter 1. No score. Leominster and Algonquin. Gallagher going under center. It's Dandini with Colina dotting. Here's Dandini, shifts in motion. He'll be slot to the right on the snap. Give it to Colina. Cut back inside the tight end and forward he goes. Across the 30-yard line and dragged down at the Tomahawk 27. Nice run on the play by Angel Colina, and again, it wasn't his lower body that was the problem. It was the upper body with the collar, shoulder injury. He's able to cut back on a dime. Looks great out there on the Blue Devil turf tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been working on his legs the entire time he was out, and but that's what Angel Colina gives you. He knew where he was going. He saw that hole, nice 90-degree cut, and got what he could out of the play, and that's something that Adam Couch has to learn, and he will eventually.
3rd down, 6 to go in I formation with Dandini down and Colina dotting. Gallagher the snap. Give it to Colina. Keeps those feet churning forward. Battles his way across the 25 and down at the 23-yard line. A handful more gained. It'll be 4th down and short. 4th down and about 2, Kate.
One of the things I've been noticing, and now correct me, gentlemen, if I'm absolutely out of my mind, it looks like they have some new system going on the sideline. They've got some whiteboards and some other charts out on each offensive play call. Haven't seen that all year. It's something new. They have a whiteboard and they have other sheets. We know that execution with play calls on offense has been a problem, so maybe this is a new system that we're seeing to help that out.
The whiteboard made a couple of appearances last week, but not consistently, and now that new charting system, that's something new as well. Here we go, 4th down. 2 to go. Blue Devils at the Tomahawk 23. Here's the snap. It's the sweet pitch to the outside in the hands of Colina. Turns the corner at the right end. Battle forward to about the 20-yard line of the Tomahawks. He needed the 20 1/2 for a first, and he got it by a half a yard. Referee says it's a Blue Devil 1st down, and Leominster matriculating the ball down the field. 1st down and 10 for Leominster at the Tomahawk. 21-yard line going right to left.
And a great example of what Angel Colina gives you right there. Shaking off that first tackler, running through that arm tackle, and then picking up the needed 3 yards plus some. So I think that's really where Angel's been missed.
Not only that, in this first offensive drive of this game, probably more productive than either of the last 2 games combined. We're 1 of 1 on 4th down. We're able to convert on 3rd and moderate. I mean, right now, all positive. I like this look.
The quarterback, Patrick Gallagher, under center, shifts Dandini in motion, and Coach Dave Palazzi needs a quick 30-second timeout on the sideline. Some package changes there, and got to speak to someone on the sideline. Can only speak to one on a 30-second timeout, and one at a time. At the very least, it was Travis Storm. Now he's going
stuck in a word
here
to
comes
Travis
Patrick
Storm.
Gallagher to the sideline.
Here, tell the team this while I talk to Patrick. This is what we're doing. Good job, Coach.
Now, one of the things that I really like we've talked to Coach Palazzi about this previously, his ability to ebb and flow with the pieces that he's given. It's so nice to see a coach not trying to jam or ram his system down the throat. He's using these pieces, and he's trying to determine, okay, what is going to work, okay? Clearly, the play calling hasn't been working, so we're going to try something new. That is so nice to see. You can see that he's an educator, analysis, take a look.
Instruction.
There you go. I
First
love it.
down, 10 to go at the Tomahawk 21. Under center, Gallagher, I formation, a receiver to either side. Play action fake to Dandini, the throw underneath. Pass is complete for Noah Gray. Gray across the 10, the 5, and dragged down around the 3-yard line. Flagged down from the near wing official. I have to assume that might be an illegal formation, given that he allowed the play to continue.
Likely offensive pass interference
Yeah,
down
it looked
that
like
end.
Travis Storm was tangled up there way before the ball was thrown aggressively. We'll have to see if that's what the flag was for, but I think you might be on that, Kate.
And that would be negating a 17-yard completion.
There is also a flag in the center of the field, right around the umpire spot at around the 18-yard line, but giving the options to the Tomahawk sideline.
2
There is
penalties.
2 fouls against the Blue Devils. Ineligible receiver downfield, the first. They decline that one. They'll take holding against the Blue Devils. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, and it'll be a first down and 20.
That's going to back him up and put the sophomore quarterback in a tough position here to kind of hamper this drive a little bit. We'll have to see how he bounces back from this adversarial position that he's being put in here.
11th play of the drive coming up, which started on the Blue Devil 44-yard line with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We are now down to just a minute exactly.
First down and 20 to go for the Blue Devils after the penalty. They find themselves at the Tomahawk 30-yard line at right hash, going right to left with Patrick Gallagher leading at the quarterback spot. Trips all bunched up on the short side right of this formation. Gallagher the snap. He's back to pass. Got some time. Getting bared down upon. Goes short as he waited for the play to develop. Looking for the fullback, Dandini. Just overthrew him, and Dandini might have heard some footsteps, and that pass will fall incomplete.
Yeah, that screen pass didn't fool anybody on the Tomahawk side of the ball. And yeah, Dandini had 3 defenders shadowing him, and even a completion was not going to turn out pretty on the side of Anthony Dandini on the receiving end.
Dandini gets the play call, and he trots his way to the huddle to meet up with Patrick Gallagher and Noah Gray. Gray is going to split out in this formation. He'll be slot to the left of the formation as part of a trips to the left. Gun with Gallagher. Colina in the backfield with him. Alan Link is in one-on-one coverage to the right of the formation. Gallagher scans, snaps, back to pass. Time, throws, over the middle, complete into the hands of Noah Gray, across the 25-yard line and dragged down at the Tomahawk 22 after a gain of 8.
Yeah, using Noah as that slot receiver and a big body out there in the middle of the field. But once again, we're seeing Patrick lock on his primary. He did that. I think that kind of tipped off that screen pass to Dandini, and it drew the defenders. And thankfully, he's got a big target there. And if he gets it anywhere near Noah, he's probably going to hold on to it. But I'm sure that that's something that we're going to have to follow as the game progresses.
And Coach Palazzi says, let's let the time run out. The final 5 ticks of the first quarter will run down. 1 quarter complete here from historic Doyle Field on Leominster TV and web streamed with our partners on the K-Zone tonight. No score, Leominster and Algonquin through 1 frame. A check of our time and temperature here at the end of the first quarter. It's brought to you by North End Subaru, a proud member of the Colonial Automotive Group, located on Route 13 at 757 Chase Road in Lunenburg. North End Subaru, proud to be a Subaru President's Club Award winner and a stellar performer dealer. Online at northendsubaru.com. 65 degrees and 20 minutes past 7 on a Friday night, October the 7th, here on Leominster TV. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer for Leominster TV and web stream with our partners on the K-Zone, as we mentioned. Good opportunity also to remind you that Leominster High School football here on the K-Zone web stream tonight is brought to you by... All right, Kate, just tell me which one to read.
That one.
All right, there we go. The 228 in Sterling. The area's newest event facility, ready to host your special event, located on a secluded 8-acre property with easy access to I-190 on Route 12 at the Leominster line. Your event, your way. More details online at the 228 in Sterling.com.
Get used to that, Todd.
It's not the
Kate,
first time.
just tell me what to do.
Hurry. We're 4 years. Just give me the cue. Teams change ends.
Try
as
to
we
be a
start
professional.
The second
This
quarter.
is what happens.
It's easier. Let's just get to the point.
Todd, do the read.
3rd and 12. Left to right go the Blue Devils. Gallagher back to pass. Floats it downfield. Jump ball. Gray leaps. He makes the catch. And he's got a Blue Devil touchdown of 22 yards. The sophomore quarterback, Patrick Gallagher, floats a strike downfield into the hands of Noah Gray. And the Blue Devils have 6, striking first with 10:52 to play in the second quarter. It's Leominster 6 and Algonquin nothing.
And who do you think is Pat Gallagher's new favorite receiver? The other quarterback.
Noah
Go
Gray.
figure. With 4 receptions, I think, on that drive, including that touchdown reception.
3.
Great job of awareness.
Mike Foster to kick. Gallagher does the holding. Snapping the ball down. Foster snaked it in through that left upright. Team's coming back up the field. 10:52 to play in the second quarter with the score. Leominster 7 and Algonquin nothing.
I was counting that one that was called back, too, so I think unofficially he's 4
that's
for
true.
4
He
throwing
did.
towards
Well, that doesn't
Noah
count,
Grace.
William. You
No,
know that.
Mentally it did, and I thought the confidence builder it did for Pat. And good job lobbing that up there and letting the big guy go after it.
Yeah, no question about that. An opportunity now to let you know that Workers Credit Union brings us our hardworking player spotlight. Workers Credit Union is home of the $3 million give back program. The more you bank, the more you get back. Check them out on the web at WCU.com. Workers Credit Union, doing what's right for you. Bill Thomas, our Workers Credit Union hardworking player spotlight. I think we know who this is going to be.
I want to give it to Noah Gray for being on the receiving end, but let's give it to Pat Gallagher. I mean, coming out under this kind of pressure, getting the start, not rotating and not being put into, oddball situations, handling himself great for a sophomore, above and beyond what I think we and the coaching staff and his fellow offensive players could have expected. Good job by Noah Gray hauling in those passes in his direction, but it's got to be Pat Gallagher in my book.
Drive summary on that. Blue Devils touchdown drive, 13 plays, covering 56 yards in 8 minutes of game time. It ends with a 22-yard touchdown reception by Noah Gray. The extra point is good, 7-0 Blue Devils.
Foster's kick left to right. It goes end to end. It will be returned from the Tomahawk 15-yard line. Streaking down the numbers on the right side of the field across the 25-30 and dragged down at the 31-yard line of the Tomahawks. Appeared to be Chris Skinner on the return for the Tomahawks. And that's where Algonquin sets up shop. First down and 10, their own 31-yard line, coming right to left here in quarter number 2, or left to right for those of you joining us on Leominster TV Live tonight. The Tomahawks in the road white tops and bottoms. Some pink scattered out there on the trim, as well as the maroon trim for the Tomahawks. Maroon helmets with the white grills, the crossed Tomahawks on either side of the helmet for Algonquin. Under center, it's the quarterback, Ryan Barry. Handoff straight up the middle for the fullback. That was Sarasoli on the carry. He had some room forward across the 35 and dragged down just past the 40 at about the 40.5 yard line, about a half-yard shy of a first, but a nice run for the fullback, Max Sarasoli.
Yeah, eventually taken down by Anthony Dandini. Nice solo tackle there, because that had a lot more yardage written all over it.
Right now, Max Sarasoli, the most productive back for the Tomahawks, 3 carries, 33 yards of production, and he's got it again.
And here's a snap and a battle moving over to the far side across the 40-yard line and down. Looked like Ellis got the carry on that one. Nope, make it Sarasoli who got the handoff going to the far side.
Nice backside tackle there by Christian Nunez, circling around and tracking him down as he was trying to gain the edge to no avail. Looked like a loss of maybe a half of a yard there.
They
on
just
that
gave him the first down.
They gave him the extra half a yard.
I'm sorry. It
going to
was
41.
first.
No, you're
right,
fine.
you're right.
And it's a Tomahawk
Went the
first
wrong
down.
way.
Yeah, don't worry. It's been going around all night long. I'm deciding it's the pink. First and 10 at the 41 of the Tomahawks.
I'll shed this pink like that. Trust me. I'm not committed to it totally if it means a ball game.
Under center goes Ryan Barry. Split backs in the backfield. Here's the snap. Gives it this time. It's Ellis coming right to left. Football's on the ground. Kick bouncing toward the near sideline. Blue Devils all over it. Did they possess it in bounds? The mark is on the near sideline. Still no indication.
I think it's still going to be Tomahawks.
Second down. Yeah, Tomahawks with a fumble forward. They're going to go back to the spot where he lost the football.
Not allow him to get any additional yards, but a whole host of Blue Devils chasing that ball headed out of bounds. Somebody needed to bat that ball back into play, but they all tried to get on it, slid out of bounds with it. Turns out to be a loss of 1. Actually, it looks like they're giving him no gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
Under center goes Barry. The snap and inside and forward he goes. Marcus Ellis on the carry across the 45 and dragged down around the 46-yard line. For those of you joining us on Leominster TV or just joining us on Leominster TV, it appears we're experiencing some technical difficulties on the K-Zone web stream tonight. But we'll continue with you live here on Leominster TV. And until the Red Sox game sorts itself out, top of the 8th, and the Indians have themselves a 6-0 lead on the Sox in Game 2 of the playoffs. So sooner rather than later, we'll hopefully hear from our friends over the air at the K-Zone. Here's the snap, and Sarasoli bouncing and diving and stumbling, and forward across midfield he goes, and he reached out and found his way to the Blue Devil 45-yard line. Plenty for a Tomahawk first down, and Algonquin moves the football down the field in large chunks once again.
Yeah, attacking that defensive line of the Blue Devils quickly there, getting through the initial line of scrimmage and busting through for a solid 10-yard gain.
First down and 10 for the Tomahawks at the Blue Devil 45, center of the field. Shotgun formation for Barry. 4 receivers in the formation. Now he calls some signals. He's got empty back. Nope, moving into the backfield. Willem will be Ellis. 2 split ends and a single receiver at the far outside right. Here's the snap. Sarasoli was in motion coming from the split end on the left side. He got the handoff, turned the corner at the right side, and is dragged down at the 45-yard line.
Good job by the Blue Devils defense that time. Dylan Tanner with some help from Zach Kalady. Bringing him down for a very short gain. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
They give him a short gain on the play to the 44-yard line of the Blue Devils. Under 7.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 7-0 Leominster's lead. The big story of the night thus far. Patrick Gallagher, the sophomore quarterback, leads the Blue Devils down the field to a touchdown, completing 3 official passes to Noah Gray. The big one, of course, being for the 6 points and the touchdown downfield at 22 yards. Here's Barry back to pass and looks out to his right and throws in the flat, complete out along the sideline. Diving forward with possession. That looked like it was 28 Ellis, I believe, on the catch and the stretch. It was that or 29 Jack Branson. Couldn't see on the far side.
I think, yeah, 28. Yeah, you had it right,
Todd. It was Marcus Ellis, the running back.
Nice job there. Just short of the first down.
Yeah, picked up 8 on that one. 3rd and about a half a yard. Nose of the football needs to arrive at the 35-yard line for a first down. Full house behind Barry. The snap given on the inside. Center man looked like it was Sarasoli, the fullback, powered across the 35 to the 34-yard line, and that's a Tomahawk first down.
Vasquez there along with Travis Storm, but just couldn't stop that train to hit that line of scrimmage. A yard for somebody like that running back. It's almost guaranteed. Not a sure thing, but good job by the Blue Devils defense trying to stop him there.
Under 6.5 minutes to play in quarter 2. 7-0 Leominster's lead, and Barry's in a shotgun for the Tomahawks, going right to left. Calling signals now, shifting personnel, trying to keep the Blue Devils defense from recognizing the look. Barry's under center with 3 in the backfield. Here's the snap and the give this time. Quickly hit and taken down from behind. Looked like 7 on the carry, Brett Sherman.
Little shades of what we saw out of the Mountaineers last week, but that play didn't fool anybody on the defensive side of the ball for the Blue Devils.
Lost 1 officially on the play. Back to the Blue Devil 35-yard line for a 2nd and 11 for Algonquin, center of the field. Barry strolls to the line. 3 backs set up in the backfield. Sarasoli with Marcus Ellis. And now here's the snap. And the inside give for Sarasoli. Finds a hole in the A-gap. Bounces it to the outside, heading toward the 30-yard line. And across the 30 and dragged down at the 28 after a gain of 8.
50-50 guy here losing his tickets all over the grandstands, trying to get his attention.
I thought you were trying to place a bet.
Nope.
Nope.
Leaving
He's
some tickets
the
behind
table,
here.
waving. I'm going.
The accountant's going to want to know where the extra tickets went.
Oh,
No
Billy.
comment. Empty back set. Barry's going to stroll to the line and go under center. Full house in the backfield once again. It'll be 3 backs. Center back is Marcus Ellis. Under center, Barry, the snap, give it for Sarasoli. Turns the corner at the right side, crosses the 25-yard line and dragged down at the 23. That's enough for another Tomahawk first down.
Moving the ball smartly down the field on the ground and once again attacking that right side.
Sarasoli, 9 carries, 70 yards for the Tomahawks. He only had 2 carries in the first quarter. Right now, he is doing yeoman's work for Algonquin.
4:45 and counting left here in quarter 2. 7-0. Leominster's lead over Algonquin. A 1st and 10 for the Tomahawks at the Blue Devil 22-yard line at right hash. 2 backs in the backfield behind Barry. A snap, speed, pitch coming to the outside left in the hands of Marcus Ellis. He turns the left corner and forward he goes to about the 20-yard line. Gains a small chunk more. Looks like 2nd down and 4.
Good job by the running game of the Tomahawks. Have they completed a pass yet, Kate? I've kind of lost track here with all this running. 1 pass?
They are 1 of 2, 9 yards passing, and it was to one of the backs. 28, Marcus Ellis.
And here comes Ryan Barry out of the backfield. He'll be joined in the backfield by Colin Robinson, the tight end. 3 receivers in the formation. Now here comes Barry, shifting personnel. It'll set up the 3 backs. It'll be Ellis and Sarasoli, joined by Sherman. And now Barry the snap, gives it this time for Sherman. Cuts back across the 15-yard line and dragged down around the 14.
Who but? Anthony Dandini. Good job right there. You think teams would learn not to run in his direction, but sometimes the philosophy is let's run right at him and maybe we can neutralize him and take away the pursuit. Not happening on that play.
I don't know if it's really who but Anthony Dandini, because I don't know that it's fair for the other teams. They try to run away from him. He finds them.
He
Kid's
does.
got a nose for the football. 3rd down and 2 to go, and Barry shifting personnel in the backfield. Finds himself at left hash at the Blue Devil 14-yard line. 3 backs back there. Barry the snap. Give it to Sarasoli this time, coming left to right. Met by a defender and dragged down as he moves laterally across the 15-yard line and back to the 16 officially.
Nice.
Changing the idea on the mark. They moved it back to the 15, loss of just 1. 4th and about 3.
Nice job by 81, Zach Del Judas, in on the tackle along with number 12, Mike Viola.
Well done, Billy.
Well, it's spelled phonetically here. Thank you, Todd. Making it very easy.
There's only so many times I could botch a name.
The Tomahawks going for it on 4th and short.
Yes, they are. 4th down, 3 to go. 3 backs in the backfield. The snap. Barry gives it to Sarasoli, powering his way across the 15-yard line. Legs still moving. The pack caved a little bit to about the 11-yard line. Football came out. Anthony Dandini has it. It was fumbled, and it's Blue Devil football. A turnover, particularly a fumble, and Anthony Dandini came out from the bottom of the pack with it. Tomahawks are arguing over on the far sideline that they had already achieved a 1st down and the forward momentum was stopped and the play was over. Coach Justin McKay incensed over on the far sideline, but right now calling the field is a fumble, Blue Devil recovery for Anthony Dandini, and a Leominster 1st down and 10 at their own 11-yard line, going left to right.
I don't think that play was stopped. Sarasoli had continued his momentum, which was going to gain him the 1st down, but his legs never stopped moving, and they were pushing the pile. Great job by Dandini to come out of that moving pile with the ball.
1st down and 10, and the sophomore quarterback Patrick Gallagher still continues to lead this Blue Devil offense. He's in the backfield with Angel Colina and 3 backs out to his right. The snap, he gave it to Colina. Colina battles across the 15-yard line and is dragged down just shy of the 20.
Now, Billy, here's the deal. If we're taking a look at the clock, 2:20 just ticked off going into the into halftime. We're all the way down near the 10-yard line. He's going to have to put together, as a sophomore quarterback in his first start, a very long sustained drive if he wants to go into halftime with another score.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they can gain a 1st down or 2. I think you're going to see him keep the ball on the ground. Coach Palazzi, I'm quite sure, would be happy going in at halftime 7-0, utilizing a sophomore quarterback. If they get in trouble downs-wise, I'll be interested to see if Algonquin starts calling their own timeouts.
I want to get in field goal range.
I know.
Come on.
2nd down and 2 to go, and Gallagher's under center out of an eye. Here's the snap, gave it to Dandini. Dandini finds some room, battles across the 20 and down across the 25-yard line, running over a defender. And a quick timeout taken by the Blue Devils over on the near sideline. A 30-second timeout to stop the clock with 1:39 to play in the 2nd quarter with a 7-0 lead. Blue Devils have a 1st down and 10, their own 27-yard line, center of the field going left to right.
You know, we didn't see a timeout after that 1st down carry, but now after gaining another 1st down here, I think Coach Palazzi's changed his philosophy a little bit. Maybe he can see some extra points on the scoreboard. Now they're out from under the shadow of their own goal line.
Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And right now the opportunity has been for a starting sophomore quarterback and shifting Noah Gray to a more conventional tight end position. Red Sox threatening in the top of the 8th. Couple runners on first and second. Down 6-0 to the Indians out at Jacobs Field tonight. Gallagher the snap. Back to pass on first and 10. Got some time. Over the center of the field. Throws a beautiful pass. Reaching out and making the catch. It's Alan Link. Full extension at the 40-yard line. And it's a first down.
That's a pretty passing catch right there, and led him perfectly. And I think he looked off his primary, who might have been Noah Gray, and then saw Link streaking across the middle.
Beautiful layout and catch made there, and a pretty pass from Pat Gallagher up the seam to Alan Link. Down at the 40-yard line. Here's a first and 10. Out to the left he goes. Strike thrown complete to Noah Gray. Sheds a defender. Crosses the 30, 25, and dragged down there at about the 23-yard line. And Coach Palazzi, quick timeout with 1:18 to play in the second quarter. A 7-0 Leominster lead.
I'm feeling a little better. The Kate might get her wish now. Depending on there's going to be some fashion of attempted points here, either through a field goal or scoring a touchdown. But great change in field position here for the Blue Devils as the first half winds down.
Last 2 receptions for the Blue Devils, 33 and 16 yards apiece. The first to Link, the second to Noah Gray.
Now, a quick update on Gallagher's stats. He's got to have 6 or 7 completions, 7 for 8, 7 for 9, somewhere in that neighborhood.
6 of 7, and I'm adding them up.
6 or 7,
right
that's even better than I thought.
A timeout taken on the field. It's Leominster's last of the half from the signals from the field. Or no, the signal was a full timeout, excuse me. Couple of timeouts left to go. 1:18 to play here in the second quarter. 7-0 Leominster's lead. A first down and 10 across the Tomahawk 25 at the 24-yard line. And again, the story tonight is sophomore starting quarterback Patrick Gallagher. We've seen him coming in relief in a couple of opportunities throughout the first few weeks of the season. And he's come in and he's played big time thus far. And Kate, what do those stats look like?
Full stats, 6 of 7, 97 yards passing to 2 different receivers. Noah has 4 receptions for 56 yards.
Gallagher on first and 10 out of the gun. Snap, delay, give on the draw. The give straight up the middle for Colina. Back in a starting position tonight. Bounces off a couple of blocks down to the Tomahawk 20-yard line on a gain of 5, Kate.
And one of the nice things that we're seeing the first time in a few weeks that we've seen multi-dimensional offense from Leominster. They're able to keep the Algonquin Tomahawks honest with this run and pass combo that's working on all cylinders right now.
4 receivers split out wide. Gallagher's back to pass. Looks left and throws. Pass is complete for the fullback Anthony Dandini to about the 18-yard line. Gained 2 more. It'll be third down and about 3 to go.
Short pass there. Dandini unable to get out of bounds. Clock winding down here, but it looks like the Blue Devils want to save their timeouts.
Third down, 4 to go. Blue Devils need to achieve the 14-yard line of the Tomahawks for a first down. At left hash, the gun, Colina with some room. Floating it out to the right is Gallagher. Looking with the jump ball for Noah Gray. He leaps. Wow. He makes the catch in the corner of the end zone. And it's a Blue Devil touchdown.
Beautiful.
Instant replay. Instant replay of that first touchdown. Same play, same corner, same combination.
That is gorgeous.
Woo. I'll tell you what.
You can't see a prettier pass than those.
Patrick Gallagher looks sharp at quarterback tonight, and it helps when you've got Noah Gray split out as your chief receiver.
Wow.
Gray, the senior, 6'4", 225, leaps and makes another one. It's 13-0 Leominster with Mike Foster on for the extra point. Gallagher holds, ball down. Foster the one-step kick. Drives it just wide to the right.
Plenty of foot.
Yes, indeed.
Got to get the direction.
Team's coming back up the field. 17 seconds to play in the first half with the score. Leominster 13 and Algonquin nothing. Hope you are having a great night tonight watching this one wherever you are on Leominster TV, live across Leominster, Comcast Channel 8, Verizon Channel 34 tonight. Great coverage tonight brought to you by our award-winning executive producer, Bradley Bedard, over on the far sideline. So I know our left and right calls here as we're working also with radio stream tonight on the K-Zone. Hopefully, with the Red Sox game winding down, we'll be joined in progress shortly on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM.
Unfortunately, if you're not catching us on the computer, on the net broadcast, you're missing some great action here. And I tell you, Patrick Gallagher has stepped up. But one thing that we can't question, we shouldn't question, is Coach Palazzi's ability to develop quarterbacks. We saw him do it with Garrett Delakiai, Neil O'Connor, and Noah Gray. And now just another progression, his 4th quarterback in the 6 years that I've been here broadcasting, and looks like he's found another diamond in the rough, and he's coming into his own tonight as a sophomore.
Mike Foster with the ball on the tee, 40-yard line out of her left. On the run, sends a screamer squibbing down the field. Returned with a full head of steam here. Looks like Matt Paglia on the return across the 30. Pack still moving across the 35 and dragged down around the 36-yard line. What a head of steam Matt Paglia had coming up the field. They'll make that Max Sarasoli, 42, on the return with the head of steam to the 36-yard line of the Tomahawks at right hash. 9 seconds to play in the first half. Tomahawks chasing 13, and they need something, Bill Thomas, going into halftime to make them feel like they arrived and actually got off the bus from Northborough.
Well, I don't know if they have a 65-yard play in their playbook, but they should pull it out right now with 9 seconds left in the half. A couple of comments as we go into half that I'd like to share, but let's watch this last play here.
Empty back set, 5 receivers in the formation, the snap. Back to pass, Barry steps up, unleashes one down the right side of the field. Leaping catch made in triple coverage. A beauty. Colin Robinson rises up to make the catch across the Blue Devil 25 and down at the 22-yard line. Here come the Tomahawks back down the field. Quick timeout, stopping the clock with 1 second to play. Barry to Robinson for 42 yards and setting up one more play for some points before halftime.
Well, they didn't have a 65-yard play, but they had almost a 45-yard play there, and somehow they got the clock stopped with 1 second to go here in the first half. This half is not over.
Clock here at Doyle Field is official tonight, and Johnny on the spot, quick on the button. That's it's legal. Great
Where's the home
play.
team clock? What's up with that?
He's apologizing.
Yeah, no, hey,
Hey, no
it
reason
is
to
what
apologize.
it is. It is
That's why
what
we
it
like
is.
the official clock here at Doyle
We like
Field.
the excitement.
Actually, bring a friend. We'd like a play clock too, because we struggle with this back judge. I got to tell you.
For those of you listening on the WPKZ stream, we will be going live at halftime. Once again, if you're listening to the WPKZ stream, you can follow us at 105.3 FM or
AM 1280.
I'm working on that. Give me a second.
50-50. 50% of everything, right?
We're going to be joined live at halftime.
1 second to play here. Here's a gun formation. 4 receivers set out to the left. Barry the snap. Last play of the half. Launches it against the grain to the one receiver in the back corner of the end zone. Leaping, juggling, and incomplete. And that's the way the half will end. Colin Robinson was the intended receiver. Halftime here at Doyle Field with the score. Leominster 13 and Algonquin nothing here on Leominster TV tonight. K-Zone stream will be joined in progress momentarily on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. For those of you about to get on the move, but the story of the first half, sophomore quarterback Patrick Gallagher looking like a grizzled veteran in his first start of his career.
Well, when you got a receiver like Noah Gray, his size, and we've always thought Noah Gray was a pure receiver. That's what he came on the scene as a freshman. Utilized a lot in that capacity, up until last year, as a sophomore. But him and Pat Gallagher have definitely worked on some things in practice, and that extra week, I think, has just put Pat in a little better comfort zone than what he was thrown into last week. And the Mountaineers definitely pressured him when he was put out there, but great job by the offensive line, giving Pat Gallagher time, and Pat finding his receivers, and whether it's Alan Link or Noah Gray on the receiving end, doing the job when the ball gets in their hands.
13-0 Leominster at the half. And here on Leominster TV, an opportunity for us to join the Leominster High School Marching Band, a fantastic patriotic set this year. We're going to join them as we get square here at halftime with all the updates coming up. And we'll be joining you on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM in mere moments as radio will be joining up with us as well. Obviously, you're going to see some attention paid to Noah Gray, like you just mentioned, and you got to start defending Patrick Gallagher. You got to assume he's a throwing threat down the field.
Well, if anything on the Tomahawk side of the ball, I think they're going to just have to try to put more pressure on Gallagher. If it means blitzing, running a fourth or fifth defensive player out in the sixth, bring a couple of edge linebackers. You got to put some pressure on Patrick Gallagher. We saw that's where he had the trouble against the Mountaineers last week, is when they got pressure on him. They got to do something to get him out of this rhythm, or he's going to continue to stand back there and fire away and continue to be as successful as he was in the first half.
Well, the news continues positively for the Blue Devils as that ends our Hometown Bank halftime show, and they start with a 13-0 lead, and they're going to get the football to open things up. Rory Cafferty, ball in the tee, 40-yard line at our right, full head of steam, puts the foot into it, end over end, it will be returned. Anthony Dandini, full head of steam, crossing the 20-yard line, the 25, and forward across the 30, dragged down at the 34-yard line. Anthony Dandini was coming full bore at that football and took it in stride. First down and 10 for the Blue Devils, their own 35-yard line officially.
Good job giving the offense a great starting field position here, and saw Noah Gray playing catch with Pat Gallagher, but Noah Gray trots out on the field, and Gallagher takes his time talking to Coach Palazzi. I think we know who's going to start the second half here under center.
I don't think there'd be any question about that. A first down and 10 for the Blue Devils, their own 35 at left hash, going left to right here in quarter number 3. The sophomore, the starting quarterback, Patrick Gallagher in the gun, joined by Angel Colina. Noah Gray single coverage to the right. The snap, give it to Colina, bounces it to the outside. Colina is wrapped up with a defender going to the ground, and Colina appears to have hung on to the football across the 40 and dragged down at the 42-yard line. Gain 7 on the play, 2nd and 3.
Tomahawks trying to wrestle that ball away, specifically Colin Robinson, simultaneously clutching that ball along with Colina, but Colina not giving it up and continuing to gaining yardage and still fighting for that ball after the tackle. Good job by Colina.
Our second half kickoff brought to you by Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. It's a win-win-win. Now, who doesn't like that? Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with heart. 2nd and 3, Gallagher in a gun for the Blue Devils. The snap, give it to Colina. Goes left, runs out of real estate, bounces back to the right. Spin move across the 45-yard line and dragged down at the Blue Devil 47. And it's a Blue Devil first down as they steadily move the ball down the field with a diet of Angel Colina.
And that's what that veteran presence does, Todd. We saw right there, he made lemonade out of lemons that time. No blocking, 2 or 3 different changes in directions, a little spin move, and before you know it, he turned a 1-yard loss into a 6-yard gain. Results in a first down for the Blue Devils.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, their own 47 at right hash. Gallagher in a gun with Colina, 4 receivers in the formation. Noah Gray slot to the left. Here's the snap. Give it to Colina again with lots of room. Dancing across the Tomahawk 45, backpedaling as he stays on his feet across that 45 and dragged down at the 43-yard line. About a half a yard shy of a first down as they gave him the 43.5-yard line.
I got to tell you, Colina looks fresh. And you can tell he's got those lively legs, continue to fight for yards after contact. And, great to see him out there in this kind of shape. Mid-season, he's at preseason first game form, but we're at game 5 here, and I think that's a great lift for the team.
2nd and about a yard to go. Pat Gallagher, the quarterback, in the gun with Angel Colina. 4 receivers in the formation. Dandini slot to the right. Gray slot to the left. Here's the snap. Feed it to Colina again. Spins off of the initial hit at the line of scrimmage. Joe Vincili got the contact, and Colina fell forward across the 43-yard line, and that's a Blue Devil first down. Moving the sticks once again. It's been all Angel Colina since we've opened up the third quarter. 13-0 Leominster's lead, and the Blue Devils resetting the chains on the ground with Angel Colina churning the legs.
Yeah, him moving the sticks all on his own effort right there, and Jake Walker had him lined up for a 2-yard loss. A little spin move, turns into a 3-yard gain and a first down.
Noah Gray in single coverage, wide side left. Gallagher in the gun, back to pass. Colina, little cut block, gave Gallagher time, throws downfield. Gray in double coverage, tried to turn back to the opposite shoulder and couldn't get a handle on it. He was cutting a little in. The pass was to his outside shoulder, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. But you're noticing here, Bill Thomas, the Blue Devils set up trips on the short side right that time in the formation, put Gray in theoretical single coverage, but there was safety help over top looking down the field. But then if you were to kind of reverse that idea, they've moved Gray to the other side of the field. They've put him in the bunch. They're now going to have him split out short side to the right in single coverage. There'll be safety help over the top in the center of the field as well this time.
Yeah, trying to pull the pressure away from Gray.
And Gallagher, the snap, fakes the handoff. He can do it with his legs as well. Forward he goes across the 35 and dives for the 30-yard line. And he's got a first down. Pat Gallagher, fleet of foot as well. He got himself a first down with his legs on a gain of 13.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's his first carry. And I almost made a comment that if they were going to lose anything, having Gallagher at quarterback, is the ability to use the quarterback in the running game. We saw Noah call his number quite frequently and a lot of keepers. First time we've seen Patrick Gallagher do it, and he runs it for a first down. Nice initial carry by the sophomore quarterback.
And in week 3 at BC High, when the Blue Devils wanted to run late in that game, they put in Dazine Figueroa as the quarterback with the legs. But Pat Gallagher shows he can move as well. Here's a 1st and 10 from the Tomahawk 30 going left to right. Gallagher back to pass, got some time. He's going to tuck and run this time across the 30 and angled out of bounds around the 26-yard line. Gains 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
I think good job there by Gallagher, feeling the pressure that time and not trying to force something. And that's something that's going to come with maturity, Todd and Kate, and I'm sure you'll see this. As he gets more comfortable back there, it's not just going to be ducking and taking a sack. I think he showed how to bounce out and turn something into a positive gain.
Most interesting part, though, about what you're saying, Billy, is that maturation process is now exponentially sped up because he is in the big game with the big boys, and he's doing really well, fairly poised and seeing some really nice decision-making on his part.
Shotgun formation with Dan Dini with him. 4 receivers in the formation. Noah Gray, wide side left. Slot receiver there was Colina, and the handoff was for Dan Dini. Head of steam he goes. Barrels across the 20 and dragged down at the 15-yard line. It's another Blue Devil first down on a gain of 10 on the legs of Anthony Dandini.
Great run there, but just to continue your thought, Kate, if somebody had said that Coach Palazzi is going to start a sophomore quarterback in the first playoff game, you'd look at him like he was crazy. But he talked about this having a playoff game feel, and essentially that's what he's done tonight, is thrown Pat Gallagher into a playoff game.
Well, I mean, considering how short the regular season is, you're absolutely right.
And Coach Justin McKay says, I need to get a quick timeout to think this one over. Timeout on the field taken by the Tomahawks. Stops the clock with 7:21 to play in the third quarter. 13-0 is Algonquin's lead right now. Is Leominster's lead on top of Algonquin. And Algonquin trying to stem the tide. Blue Devils have had the only possession in the second half. They've marched the ball down the field with about 3.5 minutes worth of possession time and done nobody else has touched the football here in the third quarter, Kate.
And one of the things that we have, just a little bit of an extended time period here, if you are not an avid Blue Devil watcher or listener, you might think right off the top, oh my God, Noah Gray just got sat. He just got taken out of the game and he got sat. But if you take a look at the production, particularly by the wide receiver core in the last couple of games, they haven't been able to convert. It's been either, thrown, overthrown, underthrown, not running the right route. So they had a situation in that receiver core that needed to be fixed. So we want to make sure that the listeners and that the watchers on LTV understand, more than likely, it's not as if Noah Gray was doing something wrong and he got sat. Right now, this is plugging a hole in the receiver core and doing so very, very nicely.
And creating a big 6'4" target for the sophomore quarterback Gallagher. In the gun this time on 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line of the Tomahawks. Snap, fake the handoff, took it out of the belly of Colina and kept it himself. Still on his feet and dragged down dangerously at the end of the play around the 13-yard line.
Yeah, twisted up a little bit there, and he's not the biggest kid on the field. And you made a good point there, Kate. And I think taking Noah Gray out from under center spreads the field, essentially, and actually gives the Blue Devils another weapon that they were lacking.
And we talked in the preseason about a bit of a lack of depth than what we've had in the past. And by putting Noah Gray out as a slot receiver, out wide, it brings attention to yet another weapon that the Blue Devils can utilize. And if you have a quarterback like Patrick Gallagher waiting in the wings, a younger gentleman, that's a huge, big thing.
Coach Palazzi, incensed on the near sideline, has to burn a 30-second timeout. First time tonight since this new offense has been out there where there's been chaos, and it didn't appear that everyone quite knew their spot on the field.
Yeah, a lot of movement there and a lot of shifting, but I think people were not shifting to where they were supposed to be going. And first time we've seen Coach Palazzi show a little bit of emotion and on the unhappiness side with his offense.
Can you imagine how nervous Patrick Gallagher's entire family must be tonight? I would literally have my heart in my throat.
Nervous and pride all at the same time. What a great opportunity.
Huge.
To get a start at this point as a sophomore for this Blue Devil team. Second down and 10 to go from the 15-yard line, and Gallagher's under center out of an eye. Colina dotting. Back to pass on 3 steps, throws, slant route on the inside through the hands of Alan Link, an incomplete. Link, for those of you just joining us on the K-Zone tonight, made a beautiful layout catch in the first half. That type of breakout catch he'd been looking all year for, where he finally laid out, he finally used his fingertips like a wide receiver should, used them to pull in the ball, laid out with full extension. And that one, not able to handle, a little bit too quick on that slant route, short at about 5 yards.
Yeah, that one came in hot and, across the middle. Just a misconnection there, but that's a learned play there that takes, practice and practice and practice to get those right.
3rd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Blue Devils need the Tomahawk 4 for a first down, or 4 yards after that's pay dirt. Here's Gallagher with the snap, gave it to Angel Colina, put it on the ground on 3rd and long. Colina with room and a block, and Colina's in the end zone. It's a Blue Devil touchdown on a 14-yard run to pay dirt for Angel Colina. Welcome back on that drive. He said, I'm back with a vengeance. And the Blue Devils have got a 19-0 lead with 6:23 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's like a whole different team out on the field.
And I tell you, we saw fresh legs, and just commenting about how fresh Angel looked, and he showed it there with breakaway speed, being chased all the way from the line of scrimmage by Colin Robinson. And Angel just left him in his dust, and Colin came up empty, grabbing for him, but couldn't get him, and next thing you know, Colina's in the end zone celebrating, rightfully so, and well-deserved.
Mike Foster missed the last extra point attempt in the first half of action, so the Blue Devils forced to go for 2 here. Under center with the single back, Colina. Here's the snap for Gallagher. Double fake. He keeps it now. Throws, peppers it into Noah Gray. It's into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, but a flag down thrown into the Blue Devil backfield by the near line judge. Let's see what the signal is.
A lot going on there.
Ineligible downfield, the signal against the Blue Devils.
Looks like, and I wonder if they'll put the kicking team out there now. We'll have to see if they change up what they want to do.
Gallagher's on the field still, but he does hold for Mike Foster. Dandini's looking over at the sideline trying to figure out what's going on.
Foster's out there, Todd.
He is, and he's marking his distance from, it appears to be the 15-yard line, so you're looking at, it's about
25 yard extra
for the
point.
extra point.
It's a professional extra point here.
Center of the field, and he'll need to pound this one. Gallagher gets it down. Foster puts the leg into it, and it's up on the hill.
That almost went over the fence.
No doubt.
Teams come back up the field. 6:23 to play in the 3rd quarter with the score. Leominster 20 and Algonquin nothing. Quick break here on the K-Zone and more to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. Happy to have you with us throughout the night. Dedicated viewers and fans on Leominster TV. Bradley Bedard doing a fantastic job bringing us the pictures tonight over on the far sideline. Remember, when radio steps away, you get the bonus thoughts of Billy, Kate, and myself. And remember, lefts and rights and lefts are reversed because Bradley's on the far side of the field. Radio coming back with us. Back to historic Doyle Field on the K-Zone. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer on WPKZ tonight. AM 1280 and 105.3 FM, streaming live the world over at WPKZ.net. Leominster TV along, live coverage and replays available throughout the week and weekend. Mike Foster with the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left. Line drive up the center of the field. Hit Sarasoli in the numbers, and down he goes at the 20-yard line. He recovered the football, but he got buried as one of the gunners got downfield. That's Dazine Figueroa got in there and buried him. Great hustle by the gunner, Dazine Figueroa, downfield. Tomahawks 1st and 10, their own 21-yard line. And Kate, you got a Blue Devil drive summary.
I do. That last scoring drive for the Blue Devils started on their own 35-yard line with 10:53 to play. It was an 11-play drive covering 65 yards and 4.5 minutes of game clock. Ends with the 14-yard touchdown run by Angel Colina. The extra point is good, 20-0 advantage Leominster.
And just to follow up on that extra point, that conversion, that 2-point conversion looked good, but how many teams could have recovered from a penalty like that and then could revert to the kicking game
the New England Patriots?
And still salvage a point out of that?
Absolutely.
Most teams, that would have been a lost PAT, and would have been chasing another point.
1st and 10 Tomahawks, the snap, and they got the motion man involved. That was Brett Sherman coming on the end around. He took the handoff coming from the wide receiver spot, came up the center of the field, crossed the 25, and dragged down around the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, 2nd down and a long 3.
So again, I can't reiterate what a weapon Mike Foster has become, and he's just a joy to watch. And you know, that 37-yard field goal was the highlight of last week, but I don't think we've seen the last of him.
Barry with the snap, gave it to Sarasoli in motion, and he bounces it to the outside, and a host of Blue Devils with a gang tackle and a short loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down, back across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Now they're going back and forth at the 25 now, so call it a loss of about 3. 3rd down and 7 here at the Tomahawk 25, going right to left, Kate.
Sarasoli's last 2 touches have been for negative yardage.
Nice job by Mike Queelis in there to drop him for a negative yardage from his defensive back position.
Sarasoli, 11 carries, 66 yards tonight.
On 3rd down and 7, back to pass. Barry peppers it out there into the flats, complete in the hands of Sarasoli across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Just enough for a Tomahawk 1st down, and they move the chains. Clock stops on the 1st down momentarily while they reset. 5:07 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 20-0 Leominster's lead as the clock restarts. And the Tomahawk 1st down and 10 under 5 minutes to play. Here in the 3rd quarter, we'll have a check of the time and temperature coming up after this play.
A little trickeration there by the Tomahawks to gain that 1st down.
Trips to the wide side right. Barry snaps and immediately rolls out toward those trips. Now reversing fields, coming back to the right. Got a little block in the back there. No flag. And Barry's running across the 40-45 midfield and pushed out the downs. And now a flag flies. And here comes Leominster High School head coach Dave Palazzi screaming at the official that he was still in bounds and somebody had to dive and push him out. Making the defensive play there was Isaac Phillips. He got into the play to push him out of bounds with backside pursuit. Of course, a block in the back got missed in the initial part of the play to spring Barry free, and instead, on the front end of the play, they get that one. And that personal foul for a late hit out of bounds adds 15 yards onto the end of a big run for Barry. And deep into Blue Devil territory go the Tomahawks, passing the 40 to the 38-yard line. Tough part about football. You miss a call on one end, and all of a sudden, it's about a 30-yard play swing.
You took the words right out of my mouth. You know, Chris Jackson got cleaned out from the backside there. Might have been in on a tackle for a short gain, and I think we're going to get a sideline.
Flag down.
Yeah, sideline personal foul, looks like.
And an unsportsmanlike conduct called against the sideline staff.
Yep.
That's going to tack another 15 yards onto the Blue Devils. Rabbit Ears over on the near sideline. He seems to have been engaging with the sideline. Blue Devils fans not happy with it, but here's 15 more yards tacked in as Leominster lost their cool, but perhaps in a moment of just sheer, I don't want to say panic, but the official throws a flag out there. It seems awfully chintzy.
Same official that called the hit out of bounds over here has to call something on the sideline because he can't just go back to playing football.
And Barry snaps and rolls out to the right, back across his body, looking downfield. Gray, jump ball, deflected and incomplete downfield. Gray was backpedaling in there. He had front coverage downfield against Sherman and Robinson and batted it away. Just got the fingertips in there, did the 6'4" Noah Gray. Let's get that time and temperature. It's brought to you by North End Mazda. You can find them online at buynorthend.com. 57 degrees under clear skies at 8:16 here at historic Doyle Field. On the K-Zone tonight, WPKZ AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Tomahawks.
We also have a 6-0 Red Sox loss against Cleveland. Final score.
Here's a snap, and the handoff went to Sarasoli, straight up the center of the field, crossed the 30-yard line, make that the 20, and drag down at the 18-yard line.
We'll have to see if, at the very least, that those 2 flags didn't get the Blue Devils defense jacked up here a little bit, and I think that's what we might see here now. Going back to that pass play, great double coverage and safety play by Noah Gray coming over to help out. Looked like Travis Storm there to stop a touchdown on that previous pass play.
Under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down, 7 to go. Barry with a full house backfield snap, put it in the hands of Sarasoli. Goes laterally across the 20-yard line, and backwards he goes. Nice job by the closing speed there. The Blue Devils, Mike Keeles got himself into the backfield, chased down the running back there, and brought him down to the backfield.
Yeah, good job stacking that corner and not allowing Sarasoli to gain the edge and just stacking him up and driving him back.
8th play of the drive coming up for the Tomahawks. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and long.
Yeah, I think that they're kind of in a position now where they have to chasing 3 scores.
Tonight, 0 of 2 on 4th down conversions are the Tomahawks.
And they're hoping to reverse that trend right now. 4th down, 7 to go at the Blue Devil 20 at right hash. Barry the snap, rolls left, squares his shoulders, looks down the center of the field. Pass through the hands, tipped in, complete,
no way.
and flags fly
Come
down
on.
the field. The intended receiver was Colin Robinson. The coverage downfield looked like it was Mike Viola. That appeared to be potentially an uncatchable football. It was awfully high. We don't have a look at the replay tonight from Leominster TV. If you're over on the far side and you're Bradley Bedard, you have a look at it. But there's a pass interference called against the defense that will benefit the offense once again. 3 big flags on this drive have kept this drive moving down the field for the Tomahawks. All of a sudden, these officials have decided to assert themselves in the football game. Miss a block in the back, call a late hit out of bounds, 15-yard personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the sideline, and now a 15-yard penalty down the field for a pass interference. That's a lot of penalty yardage, 45 yards by my calculations.
Now it results in a touchdown.
And into the end zone goes Colin Robinson for a cheap Tomahawk touchdown. Can't blame them, but the officials definitely asserted themselves on that drive, assessing 45 yards of penalties. Might have been the biggest offensive play on the drive for the Tomahawks, was thrown with yellow flags all over the field.
They just got 45 yards.
If you look at that drive summary, about a 65-yard drive, 45 of it in penalties. I'm just kind of summarizing.
It was an 80-yard drive, but 45 of it in penalties.
John Palomero's first opportunity of the night and drives it over the bar. Teams come back up the field. 3:06 to play in the third quarter. It's 20-7, Leominster on top. Quick break and more to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. Bradley over on the far sideline bringing you the pictures in high definition, and you got to see the drive. A lot of that action, at least in the early stages of the drive with the penalties, was over here on the home sideline where we are for the K-Zone tonight. But I'll tell you this, that pass interference down the field, I can't wait to see a replay on that one because it certainly looked like, 1, ball was high and outside and potentially uncatchable, and 2, and maybe more importantly, is the contact came after the football had already passed by the position.
Yeah, I think the coverage was there, and the officials just blew it and allowed the Tomahawk drive to continue.
Back on the K-Zone, WPKZ, Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer, and happy to have you along with us. Ball on the tee at the 40-yard line to our right. Tomahawks are on the board with 3:06 to play here in quarter number 3. It's 20-7. Leominster on top of Algonquin. Rory Cafferty with the full head of steam and the right-footed kick end over end. It will be returned by Anthony Dandini at the Blue Devil 15-yard line. Down the field he comes, 25-30, levels a gunner as he came across the 30-yard line and down at the 33. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, their own 34-yard line, going left to right. Clock stopped on the change of possession, 2:59 to play in the third quarter. 20-7 Leominster's lead as they go left to right, wearing the home royal blue tops and bottoms, white numerals on the front and backs, the white helmets with the single and classic royal blue stripe up the center, trims of pink, little pops here and there. Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October. We're trimmed in pink up here on press row as well tonight. Supporting October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Remember, early detection is the key. Have your doctor set you up with a mammogram today. 1st down and 10 to go, and the carry on the inside to Angel Colina. Going out to the left side of the formation, toward the 40 he goes. Stood up and pushed laterally across the 40 and out of bounds after a gain of about 6.
And it still didn't take him down. Good job by Colina to keep his feet moving there. We got an injured Tomahawk on the field. I saw a little bit of cramping here over on the Blue Devils sideline, and looks like could be something that we might be seeing here as the game continues from both teams.
A warm 57 degrees for certain out here, as it just a little uncharacteristically warm here at historic Doyle Field for the 7th day of October.
Not tomorrow at ceremony time. It won't be. It's going to be chilly.
No, I think it'll be all right. Well,
58.
It's 58.
58.
Yeah,
But
right.
it'll be a warm 58. If there is such a thing.
If there is such a thing, we'll hope for the best. I'll just be happy if there's no water coming out of the sky.
Yeah. That was Nathan Cooley slow getting up or walking off under his own power. Good to see that. Number 52.
Update from Crocker Field tonight. Neshoba is on top of Fitchburg, 28-7. First update we've heard out there tonight. That's a second half score, 28-7. Neshoba on top of Fitchburg. Second down and 3 to go, and here's the snap. Gallagher back to pass. Throws a little screen complete into the hands of Noah Gray coming out of the backfield. Crosses the 45 midfield and dragged down at the 49-yard line. It's a Blue Devil first down on a gain of 9.
And I think we saw exactly what Noah Gray gives you right there. Mismatches against smaller defensive backs. Stiff arm the first guy. Took the next 2 guys head on. No idea, no thoughts of running out of bounds, and gained an extra 8 yards out of those 2 moves, which resulted in moving the chains.
Noah, 6 receptions for 83 yards. Right now, Gallagher is, 9 of 12 for 126 yards passing on the night.
First down and 10 to go at the Tomahawk 49, going left to right. Gallagher in the gun, trips at the open side left of the formation. Gray is the single receiver to the short side right. And here's Gallagher back to pass and throws, snapped and completed across the 45 and down at the 43-yard line in the hands of Noah Gray. Gray playing a hybrid tight end, slot and wide receiver position tonight. Johnny on the spot. He's going wherever Coach Palazzi tells him, and down the field he goes, and it's Gallagher's job to find him when the play is supposed to go in that direction.
You think the coach from Duke called Coach Palazzi and said, hey, think we could get a little bit of tight end wide receiver out of Noah to see what we get next year? But I'm going to go out on a limb and say Noah's probably having more fun tonight on the receiving end than he does when he's under center.
On the snap. Handoff went to Colina. Colina a little awkward as he slipped as he crossed the 40-yard line and was dragged down around the 37, but appears to be okay as he bounces right back up after gaining yet another Blue Devil first down with his legs.
Good job by Angel with seeing those strong legs, not showing any roster. You know, he's in preseason, first, second game form here, 5 games in, and really doing some punishing running with those strong legs that, he's been working on while battling back from that shoulder injury.
First down and 10 to go for the Blue Devils into Tomahawk territory at the 38-yard line at right hash. Gallagher's under center with a deep single back as Colina and 4 receivers in the formation. Gallagher back to pass, sets, throws. There's a flag down. This may have been a backward pass. Ruled a fumble. There's a battle between Dandini and a linebacker down on the field, and the referees say Tomahawks have the football, but there's a flag down. Came from the umpire. It's in the area of holding here, so we'll see if the signal is. If it does turn out to be offensive holding against the Blue Devils, this ball is going to the Tomahawks, and they'll decline the penalty. Here's the signal. Holding against the Blue Devils. Penalty is declined, and the other way it goes. Tomahawk football. First mistake tonight made by Pat Gallagher. Bounce back to pass. The play seemed a little awkward at the snap. Dandini stepped back to make the catch. It was a backward lateral that went to the ground. There was a wrestle for the ball, and the bottom line at the end of the scrum, the football was in the hands of a Tomahawk at their 46-yard line going right to left. Leominster turnover, Algonquin football. They're chasing 2 scores, and they can get back in this football game.
Yeah, and, it stemmed a nice drive there. And, I don't think Dandini realized that was a live ball at first, and then he did go after it, but had 3 Tomahawks chasing him for it, and just got out-wrestled for the football.
First and 10 Tomahawks, right hash their own 46, going right to left. The snap and back to pass with some time, looking out to the left and throws underneath. Yeah, pass is right complete there. Into the hands of Brett Sherman. Flag down on the play. Ball in play coming into the lap of Coach Dave Palazzi, and he makes a block and knocks down a player coming into his face. Coach Palazzi still screaming at that wing official, who, by the way, was the same guy who threw 30 yards worth of penalties on the last drive.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a block in the back there on Algonquin off of that pass play, and that's what it's going to be. That play will be coming back.
And it is. A block in the back signaled against the Tomahawks. They're going to march it back the other way, 10 yards from the previous spot.
First penalty on the evening called against Algonquin from my calculations. Blue Devils with 4 penalties for 55 yards.
And the conversation continues in the pleasantries. I don't think Coach Palazzi's booking himself a dinner date as that one goes back 15 yards, and he continues to have a discussion with the wing official, and he's had enough. He come back down about 15, 20 yards going in the other direction.
I was pretty impressed the way he held his ground there as that play came over to him on the sideline.
I'll tell you right now, you suit him up, he's still got some eligibility left somewhere, I'll bet.
Never lost a headset or anything. There's play papers, nothing.
A lot of motion on the Tomahawks.
First and 20, and back to pass goes Barry. Up the center of the field, he looks on the slant, sliding catch made there. Into the play comes number 2, Nick Morrill, to make the catch. Right at the 49-yard line of the Blue Devils, recovered all the penalty yardage, plus a little bit. We'll call it a 15-yard pitch and catch.
First time we've called Morrill's number tonight, and a nice timely catch by him to, like you say, get that penalty yardage back, plus some.
He was one of the intended receivers in the end zone earlier in the game.
Barry in the gun, back to pass and rolls. Now takes it down. Reverses grain coming to the left. Cross midfield, 45, go 40, go 35, and chase down from behind. Nice backside pursuit there. 81 is Zachary Del Judas coming in on the play. He got on top of him and dragged him down, and that's the way the third quarter will end. 3 quarters in the books here from historic Doyle Field with the score. Leominster 20 and Algonquin 7. The teams change ends in the all-important fourth quarter when we come back. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. So happy to have you along with us on a beautiful night. Bradley Bedard doing a great job getting the video footage for us over on the far side of the field tonight. That's why your left and rights are a little bit disorienting at times as I'm describing it from where I'm standing on the radio. But Bill Thomas, what a night. Blue Devils deploy a whole new offensive look with Pat Gallagher as the quarterback, Noah Gray as a tight end, split end receiver in one sense, and then the defense done a pretty good job tonight to get their team off the field facing a much bigger offensive line.
Yeah, and let's not forget what Angel Kaliner has done as far as solidifying the running game and not having to rely so much on Anthony Dandini and let him be more involved in the blocking schemes, which we know how good he is with that. But, and leading to the only Blue Devil touchdown in the third quarter. See some stretching going on over here again. Not that warm of a night, but I'm guessing it's probably a little warmer on the turf.
Back to historic Doyle Field on the K-Zone. Start of the fourth quarter. Tomahawks going left to right. Back to pass goes Barry on 1st and 10. Chucks a little dart into the middle of the Blue Devils defense. And the catch is made there going to the ground again. It's Nick Morrill again. Second catch of the night. And he's got himself another Tomahawk first down.
Good safe catches too. Nothing fancy. Just setting down right at that first down marker. Good sure hands and going to the ground. Moving the chains for the Tomahawks.
First and 10, back to pass. Barry floats, back corner of the end zone. Pass long and incomplete. Travis Storm in there on coverage for the Blue Devils. And that looked like Morrill again, who tried to get open. He's had 2 big catches on the drive. Wasn't able to reel that one in. Storm with the coverage. Clock stopped, 10:35 to play in the fourth quarter. 20-7 Leominster's lead. Tomahawks going left to right now down at the Blue Devil 20-yard line at our right or television left for those of you that are watching us on Leominster TV tonight.
And Blue Devils finally getting a little bit of pressure in on Barry, getting some hands up, which I think changed the trajectory of that pass a little bit and caused it to go a little long and kind of float in there. Good job by the Blue Devils defense.
Back to pass is Barry in the gun. 5 receiver set, empty set. Here we go on the snap. Back he goes. Floats right corner of the end zone. Mike Viola on the coverage. Guess what? The flag, was going to come out, and then he took his hand off of it and fell incomplete.
I think he thought he was going to catch the ball, then it was too late.
Yes, indeed.
Looked like he had it too, but good job out there. Looked like Noah Gray and trying to see who else, Viola, I guess, on coverage, but good job out there, and it looked like that was going to fall in there and be a Tomahawk touchdown.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Blue Devils, center of the field, just inside of the right hash. Shotgun formation here. Ellis is in the backfield with Barry. Here's the snap. Barry has to get rid of it immediately. Throws. Travis Storm got up. It went over his head, incomplete. They were looking for Nick Morrill on the slant route. And this is our opportunity to slip in our key staff of the second half. Franklin Professional Associates is your local source for all your professional staffing and hiring needs. With offices in downtown Leominster, their team is ready to take on your greatest staffing challenge to help your business compete and grow. Visit their website at franklinprofessionals.com. Franklin Professional Associates brings us our key staff of the second half. Bill Thomas, and you can't pick the referees.
Well, I like what Angel Kaliner has brought to the game since halftime. It took him a half to kind of get his legs onto him, but he controlled that third quarter for the Blue Devils.
4th and 10, back to pass. Barry rolls out and throws. Pass is complete to Max Sarasoli, and he steps out of bounds right around the Blue Devil 10-yard line. They put him at the 9. It'll be 1st and goal, Tomahawks at the Blue Devil 9.
Just to continue my thought, helped the Blue Devils control that third quarter. Did get himself a rushing touchdown, and I like what Angel Cleaner has brought to the team on the offensive side of the ball.
And that's our key staff of the second half, brought to you by Franklin Professional Associates. First and goal to go from the 9-yard line of the Blue Devils for the Tomahawks. Going left to right or right to left for those of you watching us on Leominster TV tonight. Clock stopped. The last play went out of bounds. 10-14 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's the snap for Barry. Put it into the hands of the motion man. It was Sarasoli. Flag slung into the line by the referee in the backfield right at the 10-yard line. Immediate signal is holding against the Tomahawks. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. They'll replay first and goal, but it'll be first and goal this time from the 19-yard line.
Things going a little bit the Blue Devils' way here. And, you know, these things do tend to even out, even though we don't
Over time.
They don't,
They
you know,
do.
in our eyes.
And if they do,
but they do,
or
hopefully.
don't, they find a way to even out somehow. It is amazing how that all works out.
Puts the Tomahawks in a hole here being first and goal, but back at the 19 instead of the 9. But then again, gives them a little more room to operate. You know, it can be an either-or situation here.
Double-edged sword for certain. So here's first and goal from the 19-yard line of the Blue Devils for the Tomahawks. Barry back to pass, chucks it downfield, leaping, juggling, making the catch. It's Brett Sherman. He reeled it in. He had double coverage with Noah Gray in front of him, Mike Viola right on top of him. He juggled it, and Sherman found the handle and held onto it in the end zone. Look out, it's a one-score ball game.
Good defense there by Mike Viola. He just got out-wrestled for the ball, had position, but good job there by Sherman to come down with that for 6.
A 19-yard pitch and catch for Barry to Sherman. Extra point pending here for Palomeros. Ball on the tee, kick is up, kick is through. Team's coming back up the field, 9:39 to play in the fourth quarter with the score. Leominster 20 and Algonquin 14. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. And Bill Thomas, now that was a drive engineered beautifully by the Tomahawks. They overcame a couple of penalties on their own right, persevered, found themselves a score. Sherman found the handle.
Yeah, and you know, and they've gotten away from Sarasoli, who basically was all their offense in the first half, and gone to the passing game here and been very successful through the third quarter and opening up the fourth quarter. It's led to 2 scores.
Back to historic Doyle Field. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. 9:39 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 20-14. Leominster on top of Algonquin, and the Tomahawks charging back here in the second half. Rory Cafferty with the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. 2 hour left.
Hope that missed extra point does not come back to bite them.
Here we go on the approach. Cafferty. Hard liner down the center of the field, and it will be returned by Travis Storm from his own 6-yard line. Head of steam across the 20, 25, go 30. Dragged down just shy of the 35 at about the 34-yard line. Nice return by Travis Storm, setting up this offensive drive for the Blue Devils. First down and 10. Their own 34-yard line at right hash. 9:31 to play in the fourth quarter. Leominster protecting a 6-point lead at 20-14. Time now for our in-game update. It's brought to you by Dream Kitchens. When it's time to remodel your kitchen or bath, it's time to call Dream Kitchens and Baths of Leominster. 44 Meade Street in Leominster, online at dreamkitchens.net. Out in Shrewsbury tonight. Shrewsbury 21, St. John 16.
Wow.
Third quarter score there. We'll have an update for you coming post-game. And that's our in-game update brought to you by Dream Kitchens, 21-16. Shrewsbury on top of St. John's.
And a quick report from the western part of the state. Our good friend Ethan Winter out there on his new assignment covering Western Mass football. He's covering Lee Drury tonight, and Lee has a 26-0 lead at halftime.
Is he all the way out in Lee tonight?
I believe he is. I'm not sure where if Lee is at home, but yeah, he's moved out there. He's settled into his new job as the managing sports editor for a local newspaper out there, and covering a football game and doing a great job, enjoying it. And I'm kind of back and forth with him. He's an Algonquin Tomahawk alumni.
Now a Trump fact check, by the way. Lee named for the only resident of the town, I believe. Back to pass, second and 8. Looks out to the left and throws. Passes complete into the hands of Noah Gray as Pat Gallagher throws a little strike across the 40 and dragged down at the 43-yard line. Gain 7, maybe 8, third and a yard coming up.
Once again, Patrick Gallagher finding his favorite receiver tonight, rightfully so. We'll have to see what they do here on third down. We've seen Gallagher call his own number a couple times, but Angel Kalina giving him some good yards, and maybe it's a good time for something quick up the middle from our favorite tough running back, Anthony Dandini. But a lot of weapons on display tonight for the Blue Devils. See which one they go to here.
Third and a yard for Leominster, their own 43 at left hash. Patrick Gallagher going under center with Dandini and Colina dotting in a standard eye. Alan Link, the lone wide out at the top of the formation to the right. The snap, handoff goes to the inside for Dandini. Bowls his way across the 45 and dragged down at midfield. That's plenty for a Blue Devil first down.
And Tomahawks stacked, I think, 9 in the box right there, but somehow Dandini found a seam and popped through it untouched, and before you know it, he had 6 yards.
Clock ticking under 8 minutes, 7:50 and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. 20-14's Leominster's lead right now as they go right to left here in quarter number 4. Or left to right for those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight. I formation sets up behind Gallagher. Here comes Gray from the tight end spot at the right to the tight end spot at the left. Under center now, Gallagher the snap. 2 fakes and a rollout to the right. Blindside pursuit. He throws across his body downfield. Incomplete. The pass was intended for Anthony Dandini, but a nice job by the sophomore quarterback. He had tough pursuit coming from Jack Kerklowski's in the backside of him, or Jerklowski's, excuse me, and threw the ball where only Dandini could catch it or nobody else was going to make a play, and the pass would fall incomplete.
Yeah, smart heads-up play there, not taking a sack, realizing he could just throw the ball away or throw it only where Dandini could catch it. Also had Noah Gray out there in the flat just beyond Dandini. A couple of options, but neither one of them was successful. 2nd
and 10 from midfield. Shotgun formation for Gallagher with Colina. Trips to the wide side right of the formation. Alan Link is one-on-one, short side to the left. Gallagher scans, snaps, back to pass, got some time, gets a block from Colina, floats down the center of the field, going downfield, hand checking all the way, and the back judge comes out with the flag. Pass interference coming against the Tomahawks. Alan Link was the intended receiver. The flag will go down on 31, Chris Skinner. He's incensed about it, but hey, it's hand check for hand check down the field as he was pulling on the jersey all the way, says Kate Meyer.
Well, I think the difference there is Alan Link's playing the ball, and Skinner's not. Skinner's playing the play, and had his back to the play the entire time. You got to look at it if you're looking for the ball, and then you kind of fighting for position. Skinner had no idea where the ball was, just hand checking Link all the way. I think that was a good call.
Skinner was doing Alan Link's laundry.
Well, he was trying to address him. I don't know if he had laundry in mind.
15-yard foul from the previous spot. Automatic first down for the Blue Devils at the Tomahawk 35-yard line, a step inside of the left hash. Gallagher in the gun, 4 receivers in the formation. Dandini, the lone back in the backfield. Gallagher scans, and he'll snap the football. Give it to Dandini. Goes low, gets past the line of scrimmage by a yard. He'll go across the 35. They say knee down at the 35. Go no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that we've seen more pass interference calls in a high school game tonight than I've seen all of last season.
Or at least any of this season up to this point for sure. But nice job there by Jake Walker there to slow Dandini down in the backfield. But, I like what we're seeing out of this Blue Devil offense. I think it's maybe time for a little draw play, Angel Kalina style, and we'll have to see what they can do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, long 10, bunch formation to the right, and Gallagher the snap. Looks to the left and throws complete in one-on-one coverage for Noah Gray. Sheds a defender across the 30, 25, steps back in bounds, tiptoes the sideline. He's in. It's a Blue Devil touchdown. A 35-yard pitch and catch. Patrick Gallagher to Noah Gray.
Wow. You talk about running over people, and that's what Noah Gray is built to do. I firmly believe he's not built to be a quarterback, and that's what Duke sees in him. And if they're going to look at any game films, the Blue Devils should fire these game films off to Duke so they can see what they're getting next year. But great job. No even looking to the sideline to get out of bounds. Gray just bowling his way over 3 or 4 defenders all the way to the end zone.
Gray was down in a little catcher's crouch there. I think he's looking for the oxygen after bowling his way to that one.
He's done more running tonight
man.
than he has in, I think, all the games combined up to this point. Kind of comfortable. He called his own number a few times as the quarterback, but he's been all over the field tonight as a hybrid wide receiver / tight end slot receiver.
Offense stays on the field. Gallagher is going to be leading the charge to go for 2. 4 receivers in the formation. Colina in the backfield with him. And a flag down from the back judge. Delay of game against the Blue Devils. That's untimely.
Wouldn't be a game with the Blue Devils.
I was gonna say, there's that play
Here
clock we were
comes the
talking
kicking
about
team.
earlier. And yes, the opportunity to go for 2 back out onto the field. Goes Mike Foster and the kicking team. And so Leominster could not get it back to a 2-score plus 2 PAT lead. They will try to get it back to 13 instead of 14 on this extra point attempt, which will be from the, it looks like 15-yard line-ish, a little shy of the 15-yard line.
Another 25-yard attempt.
Snap, Gallagher, fumble, got it down. Foster still got a pretty good kick up. No good. It was a line drive, and it missed to the left. That snap was bobbled by Gallagher. He did a pretty good job to stand the football up, but it threw off Foster's timing, and he lined it well short. Teams back up the field. 2 missed extra points in the night. Will that come back to bite Leominster? 6:31 to play in the fourth quarter. 26-14 is Leominster's lead, and more to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. You've had the great look at it from Bradley Bedard, and you saw Gallagher just couldn't get that football up. And once the holder can't get it up, you really are probably better trying to pick it up and maybe try to do something with it because you can't end up any worse off. The timing of the kicker is all thrown off.
Well, I got to give Gallagher some credit and also give Foster some credit. He did get the ball up. It was wide left, but he did get his foot into it, and those are the things you got to work through as a holder and a kicker.
On a beautiful night from historic Doyle Field, with you on the K-Zone tonight. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Meyer. Not a cloud in the sky, just beautiful black fall night here at historic Doyle Field. And Foster with the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. End over end goes the kick from right to left. It will be returned by Sarasoli across the 20-25 and dragged down across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Going to be a Tomahawk first down and 10, their own 33-yard line, going left to right or right to left for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. 6:24 to play in the fourth quarter, 26-14 Leominster's lead. Those 2 missed PATs, certainly something that's looming out there as a possible mathematical problem down the road here, depending on how Algonquin can put points on the board.
Could be, but still 2 touchdowns. Algonquin chasing two touchdowns with 6:24 to go. Good time for the defense to step up.
Barry the snap, rolls out to his right, throws across his body, hits the receiver, Colin Robinson in the hands, and it will fall incomplete. Robinson had slid over from that tight end spot at the left.
Good job by Christian Nunez out there, putting some pressure on, chasing Barry out of the pocket, kind of throw it awkwardly, but hit the receiver in the hand. Should have been a completion, but it fell to the turf.
2nd down and 10 to go for the Tomahawks, their own 33 and inside of left hash. Walking to the line comes Ryan Barry. He'll have 3 backs in the backfield. A lot of that shifting, I was just going to say had stopped here in the second half, but here it comes again. So they shift the formation from a 3-back set to a single back in Ellis out of a gun. Here comes Barry. Back to pass and throws. Up the middle of the field. Strike thrown to Brett Sherman. He's out to midfield for another Tomahawk first down on a gain of 15.
At this point, the Tomahawks are pretty much abandoning the running game. So whatever they're setting up in to begin with, they're shifting out. They're going purely pass here, I think, the rest of the way. So Blue Devils got to try to put some pressure on them and get them uncomfortable.
Shotgun for Barry again. Shifts Sarasoli from left to right in motion. Sets up trips to the right. Pass thrown. Complete for Sarasoli underneath. Across the 45-40. Cut out of bounds at around the 37-yard line. Another Tomahawk first down, and that one came quickly. Clock stopped as the play went out of bounds. 5:57 to play in the fourth quarter. 26-14 Leominster's lead.
Nice little swing pass there, utilizing the sideline. Gain for a first down and got the clock stopped. Chased down by Anthony Dandini.
First down and 10 to go. The Tomahawks, they find themselves at the Blue Devil 37-yard line at right hash. Shotgun set. Ellis in the backfield with Barry. Shifting in motion is Sherman from right to left, sets up trips to the left. Barry back to pass, throws underneath, hits Sherman in the hands, but it was incomplete. Same play they ran with Sarasoli a few minutes ago. They go back the other way, this time to the left. They run it with Sherman underneath, and he can't complete it.
Yeah, but I think what we saw there was a little extra defensive pressure. Anthony Dandini on the blitz there from his linebacker position, and I think that's what they got to do. They can't just let Barry sit back there and pick him apart. You got to throw a linebacker at him and kind of bring that 5th and 6th defender, get him up in Barry's face, and hopefully your D-backs can take care of their own job.
Second down, 10 to go at the Blue Devil 37 at right hash for the Tomahawks. Ryan Barry comes out of the timeout, walking to the line. Ellis in the backfield with him. Sarasoli slot out to the left. Trips to the formation. Here's the snap, Barry. Rolls out, squares his shoulders, looks down the left edge of the field, and incomplete. Ooh, two Blue Devils collide at the end of the play. It was Mike Viola and Travis Storm banging into each other hard. Need a helmet there, and Storm, I think, has got himself a little Charlie horse there, as that one might have caught him up in the quad area, and he's kind of gimping his way back across the field, and receiver and defensive back coach Jose Navarro is saying, get off the field, and Storm now falls down on the play, and now he'll get up and saunter off to the near side. 5:43 to play in the fourth quarter. 26-14 Leominster's lead. 3rd and 10 for the Tomahawks. The Blue Devil 37 at right hash.
Once again, I think some extra pressure helped to get that pass launched and complete. We saw Isaac Phillips up the middle, adding some extra pressure from his middle linebacker position. And I think we need to continue to see that random linebacker. You can't just rely on your front four. Linebackers got to take turns bringing some extra pressure on the quarterback.
Barry in an empty set, 5 receivers. Back to pass, looks to the right and throws. Would have been complete into the hands of Kevin Murphy, the defensive coordinator of the Blue Devils, if he had put the paws up. Intended receiver was Brett Sherman, nonetheless, and incomplete. 0 for 3 on passes on this set of downs. Brings up 4th down and 10 at the Blue Devil 37 at right hash. And Kate, it looks like Tomahawks are going to go for it on 4th down, and they've had a rough go of it tonight on 4th.
Right now they are, let's see, 2, one of them was the penalty.
Well,
Yeah, well, they
they're
convert
0
that.
of 2.
Yeah, they're 0 of 2, but they convert on the flag.
But I think,
Go
ahead,
Billy.
Kate. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
What we saw those last 3 plays, linebacker pressure, 2 different linebackers blitzing. We'll see if that continues.
Here comes Sarasoli in motion, slot left to slot right, whistles and flags kill the play. Motion man off the left corner, and there's a 5-yard penalty against the Tomahawks. They may go for it here on 4th, but it's going to be 4th and 15, Kate. That's going the wrong way downfield.
I think you're absolutely right there. One of the other things you guys mentioned, the Tomahawks right now living and dying by the pass. 12 passing attempts in the fourth quarter. They have done nothing but pass. As you said, completely abandoning the run. If we take a look at Sarasoli's contributions on field, they had 13 touches for 68 yards on the ground, but at this point he has 3 receptions for 30, but other than that, no more rushing yards at all.
And I think the product of that penalty right there, once again, Isaac Phillips disrupting things in the middle and blitzing from his middle linebacker position. See if he continues to do that.
They check out of the 3 running back set into an empty set, 5 wide. Back to pass, Barry steps up, throws it just before the line of scrimmage. It's a dead duck. Sherman closes on it. Sherman makes the catch in front of it. Looked like 4 on the play. Dominic Fusco was on the defensive call, but there's a flag down from downfield.
Offensive pass interference. It looked like Mike Quillis got thrown to the field prior
Pass
to that
interference
catch.
against the Tomahawks.
Yeah,
it was a push-off against Chris Skinner, Kate says.
And that's how he got so open there. The receiver got open, he was pushed off the play as they started chasing that dying duck. So that play's coming back.
It is indeed, and I believe it's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's going to really put him in a hole for 4th down here. And I think we've seen things kind of even up now from what we saw as the first half wound down.
45 yards in penalties right now for the Tomahawks, and we have 55 for the Blue Devils.
Tomahawks penalized back across midfield, back to their own 48-yard line at right hash. They need to achieve a first down at the Blue Devil 28-yard line for a first down. They're going to go 5 wide set here. Barry by himself in the backfield, and he asks for the football on 4th and very long. Chucks it up down the left side of the field. Jump ball. Skinner was there competing down the field with Fusco, and the pass will fall incomplete long. Turnover on downs. Blue Devils get the football back. 1st and 10 at the Tomahawk 48, going right to left on the K-zone or left to right for those of you joining us on Leominster TV.
Good job by Fusco and Queelis there. Good ball awareness, but once again, 36, Isaac Phillips blitzing on every play now instead of dropping back in coverage. That extra man, I think, is really disrupting the pass blocking schemes of the Tomahawks, and I think he made the difference on that set of plays there, which resulted in a penalty from his aggressive play at the defensive line and in putting additional pressure on Barry during that series.
1st and 10 Blue Devils, Tomahawk 48, going right to left. Here's the snap. Gallagher puts it in the breadbasket of Colina, cuts back on the inside, spinning across the 40 and dragged down at the 40-yard line there. What a nice run by Angel Colina. Bill Thomas, he's like running on a different speed. He's at one frame rate and everyone else is running at the other.
Yeah, and he's taken over this second half. You know, he really controlled the clock in the game in that third quarter when the Blue Devils had the ball, although one of their drives that he was involved in resulted in that backwards pass into a turnover. But I think we're going to see a steady dose of Colina. Let's keep the clock moving here. 4:47 and moving here, and let's just keep things rolling.
Colina, 16 rushes for 81 yards on the night.
Welcome back, Angel Colina. Here's the snap. Give it to Colina again, does Gallagher. Gets a little bit of real estate forward to about the 37-yard line of the Tomahawks in the neighborhood of the first down, and they say it's a Blue Devil first down.
Move those chains. Gives them a new set of downs. The clock will continue to move, and the Tomahawks are going to have to stop burning their timeouts here. Still chasing 2 scores. You can't just try to get the ball back on turnover on downs here and expect to have enough time to score 2.
Winding down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in quarter 4. 26-14, Leominster's lead, looking to add to it on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Tomahawk 38, the snap. Gallagher gives it to Colina again.
Ooh.
A little slow on that move there, and a high tackle.
Like
Colin Robinson, the defensive end, got around the shoulder pads and dragged him down.
Colina took
pushing and
exception to
shoving
that.
after the play. And nice job by Brendan Byrne, the center. Jumped in there, saw some extracurriculars, grabbed Colina and said, nope, not right now, and pulls him out of the fray.
Yeah.
That's a nice veteran move there by Brendan Byrne.
Absolutely. You know, Colina a little aggressive. You know, his first game of game action since Doherty, but Tomahawks are starting to burn their timeouts now. They see an opportunity to try to save some clock on that loss on first down. So playing a little clock management here on the Tomahawk side, try to save some time. 2nd
and 12 at the 40-yard line of the Tomahawks at left hash. Gallagher, the sophomore quarterback, with Colina in the gun. 3 receivers at the wide side right. Single one-on-one over on the left side. It's Noah Gray. Fake the handoff to Colina. Keep it himself, does Gallagher. Second effort there to the 35-yard line. Gets back what was lost plus a little more. Call it a gain of 4 on the play. Looks like 3rd down and about 7.
Nice 5-yard run there. Quarterback keeper, well designed. Got those a couple of yards lost plus some positive yardage. Still going to bring up 3rd and long. But the clock is moving. No, the clock has stopped, actually. We had an injured player on the field. It looked like Jake Walker, slow to get up, and he's being helped off the field.
Timeout, sounds like. Nope, sorry. My bad.
I think it's official timeout for the injury.
Yes.
He's coming off the field. We'll have to see if they wind the clock.
And the whistle to begin play. Clock will start on the snap of the football. 3rd down, 7 to go. Ball at the 35-yard line, center of the field. Gallagher's in a gun. 4 receivers in the formation. Colina's with him in the backfield. Gallagher asks for the football. Gets it in the back pocket of Colina. Got some room. Slipping and sliding across the 30 and dragged down at the 27-yard line. Right around the mark for a Blue Devil first down. And it is a Blue Devil first down.
Great second effort there by Colina. Not only second, but third down, third effort. He comes up a little limp in there. You hate to see those spin moves because that's how you get an ankle turned up. You know, somebody's got a hold of you. We'll have to see how this works out, though. But Colina over here taking a break, and he's pointing at his right leg or ankle, and it looks like he tweaked it.
And he slid down on the field, getting some attention. Adam Couch, the sophomore, now back at the tailback spot. He'd been a 3-week starter in place of Colina. Snap, little counter motion. Get Couch's first touch immediately. Forward he goes with a head of steam. Across the 25-yard line and dragged down.
Look at the shoe.
At the 24, a pink shoe sitting around the 27-ish yard line. Somebody stepped right out of it, and it appears to be 75, Joe Vincile, who lost the footwear there. They had to change his tire there, NASCAR Inside. excited.
Yeah, the blowout. I'm looking at Angel Kalina here. They're working on his right knee, kind of massaging it up a little bit, getting some trainer attention. Let's just hope that it's nothing serious because Angels really brought a spark to this game and to the Blue Devils offense from the tailback position.
A much-needed spark from the tailback position. Clock stopped on a timeout on the field. 3:17 to play in the fourth quarter. 26-14, Leominster's lead over Algonquin tonight. So happy to have you along with us. For those of you that joined us in progress on the K-Zone tonight, full replays will be available from our partners, Leominster TV, throughout the week and weekend and on demand at Leominster.tv. So check that out as well through the auspices of Leominster TV. Been with us all night long. Bradley Bedard bringing us the pictures over on the far side of the field. Derek back at master control, pushing the buttons and making the magic happen for us here on the K-Zone. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer out here at historic Doyle Field on a great night tonight. A 26-14 Leominster lead right now. 3:17 to play in the fourth quarter.
Trainer putting an ice pack on Angel Kalina's knee, trying to stymie the pain a little bit. I'm sure he'd like nothing better to get back in there.
Eye back, field behind Gallagher, snap, give it to Dan Deeney in a battle with 3 Tomahawks and thrown back across the 25. He battled to the 24, and a quick timeout taken by the Tomahawks. Stops the clock with 3:10 to play in the fourth quarter and showing no timeouts remaining for Algonquin at this point in the game. So 3:10 to play in the fourth quarter. They've stopped and kept about as much time on the board as they possibly can.
Yeah, taking their third and final timeout here. And if the Blue Devils can come up with a first down here, they could pretty much control the clock the rest of the way. Good to see Kalina here exercising his knee a little bit. We'll have to see if he gets himself back out there, talking to the trainer and kind of getting a half thumbs up.
We'd call that a little hitch in his giddy-up, Bill Thomas. He's going. And
he wants back out there.
But that's not the same giddy-up that we saw throughout this football game. That's concerning for the Blue Devils. Trying to cut, always scary there. Trainer hands him a bag of ice.
Seeing if he can push off.
The poet's listening to us. He's checking him out from down the sidelines. Thank you,
Giving
Bob
us
Cross.
the canes up down there.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Good.
up. All right. So the report from the sideline, Bob Cross says Kalina may be eligible if necessary, but Couch stays in the backfield with Pat Gallagher, the sophomore quarterback. Noah Gray is slot to the right, 4 receivers in the formation. Dan Deeney is slot to the left. Gallagher scans the line on 3rd and 7. The snap, give it to Couch. Couch with some room, up the center of the defense. A Blue Devil first down, across the 10, still on his feet, and dragged down at the 8-yard line. Welcome to the game, Adam Couch. He finds his way onto the score sheet on a gain of 18 yards with his legs.
Adam Couch, where have you been the last 3 weeks?
Oh,
but,
my.
You know, maybe a little bit of incentive watching the veteran apply his craft out there and maybe learning something from the sideline. Coming in, fresh legs, hasn't seen the field tonight, any meaningful action, but gets a big first down there, and now the clock's going to continue to wind. And I'm going to pick some low-hanging fruit here and say that Blue Devils can control the ball the rest of the way.
Coach Palazzi said it best in the pregame. Adam Couch would tell you he'll be better in 2 years, too. Under center, here's the snap. Gallagher gives it to Couch. Couch bounces it out to the right, cuts back a little bit inside to the left across the end. Forward he goes to about the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Blue Devils at the 4-yard line of the Tomahawks.
Clock continuing to run here. Tomahawks out of timeouts. Kalina getting some wrap on his knee by the trainer, but I think his night's done. He's definitely been very productive tonight, and most likely we will see him back next week.
Tonight, Angel Kalina, 19 rushes for 88 yards. He did most of the work in the third quarter for the Blue Devils.
Had a lone touchdown in that quarter also?
Lone touchdown in the third quarter was a 14-yard touchdown run.
2nd and goal for the Blue Devils at the 4-yard line. Single back in the backfield. It's Couch. The snap. They give it to Couch. Couch battles his way inside. Stood up on the play after a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and goal from about the 2-yard line, it looks like.
Maybe a little time for some trickeration here and maybe fake the Couch and a little rollout with a little soft pass to Noah Gray here for his 4th TD. We'll have to see. Noah's coming off the field right now, so that play won't be happening. But great job controlling the clock here at a very important time. Algonquin chasing a couple of scores, but unable to get the ball back. Good job of ball control and moving those chains.
Winding down to the last minute of the fourth quarter. Eye backfield, Couch is dotting. Dan Deeney's the down fullback. Gallagher under center with a receiver to either side of the formation. Link wide to the left. Give it to Dandini. Into the end zone. He plunges. It's a Blue Devil touchdown.
That's pretty much automatic right there. When you see him in that eye, I think you're going to see Dandini get the play. And you had it all the way there, Todd.
56 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, and it's 32-14 Blue Devils. They were looking for that bounce-back performance this week, and they've got it in spades tonight.
Great job here. After it looked like they were down, the Blue Devils were down a little bit there in the third quarter, even though they had a score. Watched Algonquin come back to within 6. It's as close as Algonquin got, and Foster boots that out onto the road.
Yes, he does. Out to Morton Street goes that one, and has no problem with the hold that time. Team's coming back up the field. 56 seconds to play in the fourth. 33-14, Leominster leads. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. Want to thank Bradley Bedard for all of his hard work tonight. Been a great night here at historic Doyle Field, and come back next week. Coach's Corner on a 2-week hiatus. No show this past week, no show this Monday because of Columbus Day. But we'll be back with you on Monday the 17th with the Coach's Corner, myself and Leominster High School head coach Dave Palazzi, bringing you his thoughts on the last few weeks of action, where the team is at, and more fun right here on Leominster TV. Back to historic Doyle Field on the K-Zone. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. 33-14 Leominster on top of Algonquin. Mike Foster with the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right, TV left. 56 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. On the approach, line drive up the center of the field, rolls across the 20, and it will be returned. Full head of steam here coming on the return. 22 on that return was Zach Smith. Smith still on his feet and finally wrestled down on the play. That's Dominic Fusco, been a key special teams contributor and a little contribution on defense tonight as well.
Yeah, met head on there, slowed down by Dylan Tanner, and Fusco in there to clean him up. Nice one-on-one tackle, keeping him from breaking it to the outside. Good job by Fusco. Well, it's nice to see the Blue Devils come back with 2 unanswered scores when Algonquin made this a game there, as the third quarter was winding down. Great way to step up and extend that lead from 20-14 to 33-14 and have the game in hand right now.
Blue Devils going prevent here. 5 receivers out wide. Barry's in a gun, 1st and 10, his own 30 going left to right. Back to pass Barry with some time flushed. Defense there, down he goes. There's a sack back across the 20 at the 19-yard line. Christian Nunez in there with a host of other Blue Devils, but he came out with the heavy fist pumps as he got in there for a sack.
Yeah, Gabriel DeMatos in there, number 60 also. Only a 3-man rush, and they were able to get in on the quarterback. Good job. I'll call that a coverage sack because nobody to throw the ball to.
5 receivers again, 2nd and 15. Back to pass and throw. Short sliding reception made there across the 35 at the 36-yard line. Brett Sherman makes the catch and now ruled no, incomplete. Wing official on the far side came in, got a good look at it, and said Sherman trapped it off the turf.
Going to have to look and see where the sticks are going to end up.
So it'll be 3rd down and 16 again. Back at the 24-yard line of the Tomahawks. Going left to right, 4 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Coming up, for those of you joining us live on Leominster TV, we'll be losing you shortly, but a full post game coming up on the K-Zone. We recap it all on the most comprehensive scoreboard you're going to get in Central Mass tonight, thanks to our friends out there on Twitter as well.
Or abbreviated so we can go get married.
I know you got some other things on your mind. That pass there fell incomplete. They stopped the clock with 1 second, but they let it run off, and that's your ball game.
And 000s are on the board. The final score tonight, Leominster with an explosive offensive win tonight. A 33-14 win for the Blue Devils to improve their record to 3-2 on the season. The Tomahawks will fall to 3-2 with the loss. Big night tonight for the Blue Devils. Big night for Pat Gallagher. Noah Gray at split end / tight end / wide receiver. Call him what you will. But a great night tonight for Gray at a whole new position. I think we're going to be seeing more of this as this young season continues. Want to thank Bradley Bedard over at Leominster TV, been with us all night long, bringing you the live pictures of this one. Been a fantastic game for that. For Bill Thomas and for the last time, Kate Meyer, I am Todd Robbins saying thank you so very much for joining us on Leominster TV. We will see you next week. It's Leominster and Shepherd Hill for that one. For those of you with us live tonight on the K-Zone, more to come. We've got a full recap of everything that happened here at Doyle Field tonight before you joined us coming out of Red Sox baseball. A very exciting story to recap there. More on that, plus scores from around the region, preview of next week's action, and Kate will update you on a wedding formation as well. All that to come from historic Doyle Field. 33-14, Leominster on top of Algonquin, and more to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ.